Still steaming. Hey y'all, what's going on? Today I'm in my kitchen and I'm gonna make a dish that's kind of made up here that I'm just coming up with, but it's relatively healthy, and it's a turkey burger kale pasta dish. So let's get it cooking in here today. Without further ado, let's go do. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use the Butterball turkey burgers instead of using turkey meat. Got my pan on high to start off, and then I put it on medium as I add my olive oil in. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and put my turkey burger on there, and it's about 7 minutes per side according to the instructions. And I get my pot of water going for my pasta, and I always just throw salt in there to get it going a little bit better. As you can tell, my turkey burger's cooking up pretty good, and after 7 minutes I'm going to flip it over and get the other side. Now I don't season it right now, well, before I flip it, and I'm going to season it now with some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. The reason why I don't do that before, because it feels like it sticks to the frying pan, so I like to season it after I flip it, after it gets cooking for a while. Also, love my black pepper, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that there. Also, we're going to go ahead and do some garlic powder. I don't really going to do some, I'm not going to add salt in it because the Tony Chachere's already has enough salt in it. Cayenne pepper, I like it spicy, so let's go with a little bit of this. Cayenne pepper, that's what it's about. And let's go ahead and throw some onion powder in as well. Now I'm not going to put the instructions or ingredients down at the bottom because this is kind of like whatever you like. So whatever you want to put on there, you just add it however you like it. I'm going to use this Ronzoni whole grain pasta to try to be a little bit more healthier, Anyway, I'm just using the rest of a box that I used previously, and I'm going to cook it to al dente for about 9 minutes. And as you can tell, well, I don't know if you can see it or not actually, but the water is boiling, and that's when you want to put your pasta in. And as you can see, my pasta's going. You're going to stir it occasionally. Do you like pasta? Let me know in the comments. I love pasta, but the whole grain pasta is not bad at all. I really like it. So as you can tell, I put a little bit more olive oil after the 7 more minutes on that other side, and then I flip it, and then I'm going to season this side as well. Now you can adjust yours to however you want to, but I just know that 7 minutes per side is good, but then I give it a couple more minutes on each side just to make sure it's thoroughly cooked. And then I just use all the same seasonings that I used prior. I don't skimp on the cayenne or black pepper. Alright, so it's probably been about a total of 4 extra minutes after the 7 minutes per side, and I'm just going to cut it open to show you how it did cook all the way through. As you can see, it's done. So I'm gonna put this to the side right now, put it on a plate, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get my sauce going in this pan here. Now I'm not gonna do a roux. I'm just gonna kind of go through the same process. I'm gonna add some butter, and we like this challenge butter pretty good here. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons. Again, I don't have any precise measurements. I'm just kind of like adding and going with the flow, and then I'll taste it as I go just to make sure it's kind of what I'm wanting. So as that butter's getting cooked down, my pasta's just about done. So my wife's got this nifty little pasta pot here where you can close the lid up, and of course I had it spun around wrong, but as you can see, it's got holes in the spout there on the lid, so it's got a small side and a bigger side, so it makes it so easy to dump it out. Now with my sauce here, I'm going to add some garlic, minced garlic, and get that cooking for a little bit. Stir it around. Man, that gets real fragrant, and you can just smell it right now through there. It looks awesome. It's bubbling up some, so now I'm going to use some of this Bob's Red Mill all-purpose baking flour. It's gluten-free, and I try to watch some of my gluten too. So like I said, I'm not going to make a roux, but I'm just using this to thicken it up. So there's no precise measurements. I just got a couple tablespoons of it, and I'm just going to stir it around, get it started like the big parts, and because you don't want that gritty inside there. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get my whisk here and really give it a good stir up, so you make sure all the flour is broken down. Again, if I could make it great, gravy and sauce is pretty similar. I don't see much difference in it, but I'm also using almond milk too instead of regular milk. I just have some issues with lactose, so I'm just going ahead and use that almond milk and get that to a good consistency. Then once I stir that in pretty good, then I'm going to go ahead again and add a little bit more. It's kind of just like playing with it. I've done this several times with like some pasta, shrimp, stuff like that. So I'm getting to the point where I know what I want. And I don't know if it's anything proper or done right or not, or culinary wise, but I just kind of do it by watching some Food Network shows, and my wife cooks, and so just kind of doing my own thing. Anyway, I got another pan going for my kale. Got some olive oil in it, and then to my sauce I add a little bit more salt and some cayenne, some black pepper. And on my other pot, I had it on high to get it started, and then I turned it on medium once I added my olive oil in. Added some onion powder to my sauce, and I'm going to stir it around again. Whisk it up pretty good. And then I'm going to add some of this pre-washed kale. Get it going in my pan. Probably a better way to do that than this, so I'll just grab it with my clean hands. I wash my hands a lot in between. Touching different foods and stuff like that. But anyway, get my kale going here. And I'm not sure if this is proper either, but I just figured, with some olive oil, get it going, cook down stuff. I do my spinach like that as well sometimes. See my sauce starting to thicken up, looking more like gravy, so I think I'm going to feel like I need to add a little bit more milk to it in a minute. But I'm going to season my kale up a little bit with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I move my sauce off the ice so it won't continue to thicken too much. Let's add some garlic powder to my kale. Give it a good stir. Probably needs a little bit more olive oil too to get it a little bit more tender. Let's add just a little bit more in there. There we go. All right, my kale is starting to wilt a little bit. Like kilt greens, where you cook them down so much. Oh man, smell of everything now is coming together. I'm gonna add some more milk to my sauce there. Give it a good whisk. Get it stirred up good. And I like using penne pasta. That's what I did today. I like rigatoni. I like different types. I just don't like regular spaghetti noodles. And let's take a little taste of this. I think it's pretty good, but I think it might need some little bit more salt. So let's add a little bits of that. I also want to give a shout out to Live Laugh Lauren. Check her YouTube channel out. It's great things, and it kind of inspired me to, do some cooking, more cooking and food episodes. I've actually, always had food as a part of my channel since the beginning, but just to cook, show you the whole process and stuff, and I could probably really learn a lot more. But anyway, again, shout out to Lauren for this. Go check her channel out. I just combined my sauce now to my kale, and then I'm going to get my pasta and add it in here, and I'm going to just dish out enough for what I would need for my meal, and this is probably going to be enough for my meal and some leftovers too. So because I did just one turkey burger patty, but you could do more if you wanted to. You could do any kind of protein if you wanted, but I just chose turkey burger because, I usually eat turkey burger, chicken, or shrimp, usually, for my protein. Give it a good mix, and let's see, man, that's just sounding so good. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I'm going to bring it up closer so maybe you can hear it. So creamy. And the smell is just amazing. All right, got my dish here. This turkey, burger, pasta, kale dish, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, let's give it a try. Let me get some more kale on that. Still steaming. You could top this off with some Parmesan cheese, and that would just take it to the next level. You can taste the cayenne in there because I like the heat and the spice and the black pepper. But man, this is, like I said, a whole grain pasta, turkey burger. Probably the worst thing is butter. But even my doctor had said before that, butter's probably not as bad for you as they had once thought. And if you use it in moderation. But man, talk about hearty after a long day's work. Creamy, delicious. Anyway, thanks for joining me in my kitchen for today's dish. And remember to stay safe and live life to the fullest.